everyone, welcome to the Year 6 Meet the Teacher. Slightly different than it would be usually because we're not in the classroom. Or rather, you're not in the classroom, we are.
So obviously I'm Mr McGreevy and
I'm Mrs Freckett, and we also have Mrs RT, who is our TA this year.
And we just want to say Year 6 have had a fantastic start to the year, and we're looking forward to the rest of the year doing lots of great things with Year 6, so they've started really well.
Yes. So we've got some great topics to look forward to this year. We've already started learning about World War II. That takes up most of the autumn term, and the children seem really engaged and interested in learning about gas masks, shelters. They've got loads of questions already, so that's always a great topic.
And then in the spring term we get physical, so we do, hopefully particularly as the weather gets better, we do lots of outdoor stuff, and we learn about healthy eating and healthy bodies and things like that.
And in the summer term we learn about evolution and Charles Darwin, Mary Anning, and fossils, etc. Quite a sciencey based topic. And then Shakespeare rocks, learning about William Shakespeare in the summer too.
And hopefully we'll be able to put on a play in the summer, even if we're still in this kind of situation. We put on a play this year for Year 6, and people are able to see it on a video, and so we will put on a final year play, whether it's with an audience or not. We'll definitely.
We'll wait and see, COVID related, whether it will be video or in person. Fingers crossed for in person. So on the website we have available for you to read the Year 6 National Curriculum Objectives. It is quite word heavy. We won't be doing this all in one go. This is spread out over the whole year, but you've got your reading, writing, maths, and I think science on there.
Yes, I think so.
The National Curriculum Objectives, and there's also the homework guide.
Yeah, obviously we'll talk about homework in a little bit. It's kind of adapted from that, so I wouldn't say ignore it, but I'd say obviously we're adapting it because we're doing remote learning homework for the time being, obviously to mitigate the circumstances we're in and to stop homework books going back and forth. So, but there will be homework set this Friday, first bit of homework, not too much, but it will be based on the online platform we've been using during lockdown on the Purple Mash blog. So yeah, details will come via that.
And is this on the Year 6 area?
Yes, Year 6 area,
Year 6 area
of the classroom.
So homework. As in other year groups, it's set on Friday and then due back the following Wednesday. However, it is remote, due back remotely. So we'll be using primarily the Purple Mash blog, which hopefully the children will still be familiar with from lockdown. So we will make sure that there will be maths and English homework, and maths will include things on Purple Mash that we may set for the children. And it will also include being able to access TT Rockstars at home whenever they want.
Do get in touch if you do have a problem with obviously getting things online, but we can help you in that respect. In terms of longer term topic related tasks, we do hope to do something to do with World War II, for example, in this half term or this term. And what we do to make it safe is if the children do bring in something, we would leave it for 72 hours before anyone touches it. So hopefully we will watch this space for something slightly longer topic related, because the children are very enthusiastic about World War II, and long may that continue.
So reading journals, the children have already started writing in their reading journals. If we read with the children in school, then we can record in their reading journals as well. If you read at home with your children, please do also write in their reading journals, just making a note of any tricky words or anything else. So they can be brought home because we feel that reading is really important, and it needs to be continuing at home and in school, and that's why we're happy for the journals to be taken home. But obviously be aware that they are coming into school, and you might want to wash your hands before or afterwards. If
we wash our hands if we touch books and things. There's loads of great fiction in the classroom and also the library, and we encourage children as they come in, because it's a slightly different timetable coming in during the day, 10-minute slot for the children to come in. We have a reading slot at the start of the day and sometimes later on in the day, so quiet reading. So we really are encouraging as much as possible. A lot of reading stamina in Year 6 is what we're looking for.
Yeah, and we do have a really great book selection in Year 6 that we've built up over the last 5 or 6 years, books that they haven't seen in the Year 5 classroom or even in the school library, and we're recommending authors in Year 6, sort of recommended reads. There's a whole extensive selection, so hopefully they'll be excited about new books that they're discovering.
And also just to try and keep people safe, if they do finish a book, we put it in a box and it stays there over the weekend and then distributed again on the Monday. So
it's the book quarantine box.
Yes. Children on the whole have come into school very, very smart, which is great. So they obviously are role models in Year 6, so uniform, obviously if we can support that at home, making sure the children come into school dressed appropriately.
No jewellery apart from watches and ear studs, which of course will need to be covered up if you're doing PE, or taken out if they can.
And obviously named uniform please. So,
because even in Year 6, we still end up with school jumpers spread around the classroom, and it's really useful having those names in there.
Right, PE, as you know, is on a Tuesday and Thursday for this half term, and children obviously come into school in their PE kits. If it does get a bit colder, they can obviously wear a school jumper when they come in. And as you mentioned,
and yeah, as I've said, yes, they can take them out for PE, or if they can't, they've just been pierced, then cover them up with tape, please. And watches need to be removed for safety as well.
Yeah, it's lovely and dry at the moment, but if we do get the time when it gets muddy, what's been great over the years is if you bring in a spare plastic bag for trainers, because they can get very, very muddy indeed.
Yes.
Or even a spare pair of trainers, actually, think about it, because they come in their PE kits. So that if it's really muddy, then it might be advisable, yeah, to bring in a spare footwear for those days when they're doing PE and obviously it might get a bit muddy. But fingers crossed, we'll be okay with the weather. So behaviour-wise, the children have started really, really well, and we have very high expectations, obviously, in this class, as does Mrs. RT. We have a complement of rewards and sanctions for children's behaviour. We follow the Good Be Green Code, which I'm sure you're very familiar with nowadays. So, you know, as we say, it's a partnership.
Yes, a partnership between all of us, between the teachers and other staff at school, the children and parents. And please, if there's anything that you feel may affect your child's behaviour at school, or something that's happened over the weekend or something that they're worried about, then please do pass that message on to school, because then we can be aware of it with the children in class and be sympathetic, etc. in school with them. And vice versa, if we need to let you know of anything that's happened in school related to their behaviour, then we'll of course
and obviously communication is slightly more difficult now, but our classroom is still open. If you book an appointment, we can talk to you face to face in a safe, COVID secure way, so that's not a problem at all.
Or we could do phone call.
Yeah, phone calls is good.
Yeah.
Sustenance, water bottles, named obviously, so they can keep hydrated during the day. Fruit and veg snacks, please, at break times. And another one, we plan to do quite a lot of art and DT work. Any old shirts at home, great for you to see.
Just to cover up, so we don't get all those PVA messes everywhere.
Yeah.
Please.
Right, fun stuff now.
Yes, Key Stage 2 stats are planned for the usual sort of third or fourth week after Easter, so it's the Monday 10th of May. It starts with the grammar, punctuation, spelling papers. Tuesday is the English reading paper, followed by Wednesday there's 2 maths papers. There is a break in between them. Same here, there's a break in between those 2 papers there. And then Thursday is the final maths paper. I always say the reason why there's so many maths papers is there's so much maths to learn, and that's how it's all tested.
Most children, I wouldn't say all, but most children, 99.9% of children, have a really good week in SATS week. Because when they finished each exam, shall we say, assessment, we do lots of outdoor activities. We sometimes do a breakfast club. We're not sure about that this next year.
Yeah.
But they have a good experience, and we just tell them, we make it as relaxed as possible. We do a mock SATS week earlier on in the year, so they know, they're very familiar with the routines and what's going to go on. And there will be obviously more information for you as nearer the time. But we try and make it as positive experience as possible, and we just get the children to do as well as they can do.
Yeah, we've got the balancing act in school where we have to prepare them for these assessments, but without overloading them, and we want them to feel relaxed and confident going in. And I always say to them, when that week comes, you'll be ready for it. You will want to go in and show off everything that you've learned, everything you can do, and as long as you do your best, that's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that's the message that you'll be reinforcing at home, that it's not a competition, it's just about personal achievement and them trying their best.
Right, so this is the fun stuff, and fingers crossed, we can go next year. It has actually been fully booked now. Confirmation, we've had confirmation, so COVID notwithstanding and the situation, we will be going to Kingswood Residential in May. It's the week after SATS actually, which is actually a very good week to go.
And it's the week before half term,
yeah,
so we get a nice rest.
Yes, so we're quite happy about that booking that we got. We were given that booking, we had no choice.
There is a website where you can see
Yeah.
have a look at all the different
There's a
activities.
link on our class page actually, on the Year 6 page.
But you may have also seen photos from previous residentials and all the fun that they've had. The activities there are incredible, I must say.
Yeah, so fingers crossed.
And the
that can
food's
go
not
ahead.
too bad either.
No. Bit noisy in the dining room, but anyway. So thank you for listening to us.
Thanks for listening and being a great audience. We haven't had any interruptions.
Yeah, great. We look forward to working with you this year.
And as we said earlier, any questions or anything that you want to pass on to us, then please do get in contact with the office. They can arrange a phone meeting, consultation, or face-to-face if needed. Yeah,
we look forward to working with you and your children over the course of the year.
thank you.
Thank you very much.